recipe 3, of course, it's the holiday season, so we're going to do a festive seed bar. And if you're seeking budget-friendly and delicious way to make homemade treats, this recipe is perfect for you. So by using wholesome ingredients like the seeds and the oats, you can create tasty snacks that are rich in protein, fiber, and healthy fats. And when you have all 3 of those, it can keep you full for longer. So you're not craving something to eat after 2 or 3 hours. It's a great little snack. If your appetite is poor, it's also a great little snack. But the cool thing about what Jeremy's doing today is that he's making it quite festive so that you can even consider it as a gift. So you can make some for yourself, and then you can make some to have as a gift to give to family and friends. So what's the saying? Sharing is caring. So maybe that's what we're doing here.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off. This is one of our favorite recipes. We teach the base of this recipe in a lot of the other classes that Zanima and I lead, and it is our granola. It's our granola base. We're going to make it a little more festive, a little bit extra, as they say sometimes, with 1 or 2 extra ingredients. But the base of it is very simple. In a bowl, throw some flaked oats. The oats are a great, easy whole grain that you can add to dishes, and those any flaked oat will work. So if it's a large flake or the quick cook, those will work as long as it's a rolled oat. Throw it in a bowl. Any nuts and seeds that you want, throw it in a bowl. Nuts seem to have been
just
climbing like gold these days. So maybe use like seeds. I find are still a little bit more economical, and it's a great choice. And there's still a lot of healthy fats in them. Come in. And we have sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds here. I had some chia seeds in the freezer that I wanted to use. Not chia seeds, hemp seeds. That I wanted to use, so I threw those in there. Threw those in there as well. Even during this time, you might have like those cans of mixed nuts or something, like half a can, or you can use whatever you want. Use up any nuts and seeds that you like. Don't have to measure. I want about 2 cups of total ingredients in my bowl. Okay. To that, any flavor that you like, add it in. Adding some cinnamon, ground cinnamon in here. Going for that festive theme again. And then to sweeten it up a little bit, we're going to have maple syrup. Now, maple syrup is important here for a couple reasons. It's going to add that touch of sweetness, but it's also going to be our binding ingredient. I don't need too much. Like 2 tablespoons to 3 tablespoons will be enough for all these oats and nuts and seeds. I'm also not measuring, as you can see, and I encourage you not to measure it as well. Reason being is because this is an easy recipe that you can just do by eye. And what I'm looking for is as I pour that in, I'm stirring with my spoon, which should be the hardest part of this recipe, by the way.
I was waiting for you to say that.
So, as long as you can stir.
And you also say you don't have to elevate the dish.
Oh yeah, you don't have to lift it up.
That's just press.
This is also, I think, being Italian, when I talk with my hands, if I have something in it, it just naturally goes in the air. Yeah, you can just keep this on the cutting board. So after stirring like 10 seconds, if it still looks a little dry, which I am kind of leaning on that dry side here, I'll add a little bit more.
So it's not glistening, right? You want it all to glisten.
You want it to be nice and shiny and glossy. Right? So if it looks a little dry, add a little bit more of that maple syrup. And then on the other end, if I looked at the bottom of the bowl and maple syrup was pooling down there, nothing pooling down there. But if maple syrup was pooling down there, we can adjust it by adding more oats or nuts and seeds and stir that through, right? So that's how you can sort of balance it out. I want it shiny and glossy, but not so much the maple syrup is pooling in the bottom, okay? So I'm happy with that. That's our base. And that is the hardest part of the recipe.
If you use honey instead of...
You can use honey, but I find the texture, so with the maple syrup, the texture is going to be crunchy. Honey, it's going to be a little chewy. So a little bit more like a taffy, which it'll work. But just the texture is going to be a little bit different. Okay? Yes?
Can you use the maple syrup in the chicken?
instead of the honey?
Oh, in the chicken recipe. Yeah, absolutely you can.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. What you want it, you just want it to sort of reduce a little bit in the oven. And if you're using, so this is, the question is about the previous recipe, if you can use maple syrup instead of honey. In that recipe, I use a little bit of hot water to loosen up the honey. You do not have to do that with the maple syrup because it has a higher water content and it's already loose. Yeah. Okay, so flatten it out on a baking sheet, again with parchment. That's the word of the day.
Yeah.
Parchment and Festive. Okay, parchment, and then into the oven, 350 degrees for about 15 to 18 minutes. I'm looking for color here. I want some golden brown. Okay, on this, that's when I know it's fully set. Maple syrup is a sugar. If I go too far, it's going to burn. Yeah. So, but if I don't go far enough, if I don't get that color, it's not going to set properly. Okay. So I want to make sure 50 to 18 minutes just until we get some color. And you will end up with something kind of like this. Especially if you're bringing this over, like quadruple this batch. Make a big batch. That way you can save some for yourself and then you can share. It's always good to have some.
This is your 3 o'clock portion.
This is my portion. Yeah. So as it sits, what happens is that maple syrup will set, and you should get like the edges. It's fine, but you'll get like a nice sort of cluster with that maple syrup. It sort of holds everything together. Even if some of the edges break off, that's okay, because we're gonna do something fun with this after. So this on its own is fantastic. This is like a staple snack for most of our classes.
Most of our classes,
Yeah, we teach this recipe just because we love it so much. It's a really easy snack. It's got healthy fats.
Healthy
Fiber.
fat, yeah, protein, fiber, and depending on what you use, it's always going to taste different, right? So you don't have to feel like, oh, it's the same snack, it's boring. It's because you're using whatever nuts or seeds you have and adding supplements to it.
Absolutely. Now to transform this a little bit, to make it more of like, oh, this is something I can bring over and wow everyone at the party, or wow myself with. Because
Yes.
that's sometimes what I would do. I'm gonna treat myself. We have our base. That's our granola base. Take some dark chocolate and melt it. You can do that over a pot in a double boiler, or you can do it in the microwave. If you're doing it in the microwave, break it up into like smaller intervals. So you saw I was running over there a few times, like 30 seconds at a time, just until it's fully melted, which we have here.
Nice.
And
when you're looking at dark chocolate, we're looking at 70% or more to get the benefits of the antioxidants in it.
yeah, so we have some of that dark chocolate. I don't need a ton, but just enough so that I could pour over all of the bark here. And if it's messy, let it be messy. Messy is good.
It's arts and crafts.
Yeah.
Arts and crafts with food.
So cover as much as you can. And then you can kind of like gently spread it. It doesn't have to cover everything, but as long as the one I made this morning was much better. I'm just making a mess right now, but this is okay.
It still tastes great.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So get that melted chocolate on there, and then while it's still wet or still melted, any sort of accents that you want to throw in there, go for it. So I took the zest off of the oranges that I used in the other recipe because I don't want that to go to waste.
Yeah.
So I just took it off, and we'll throw some of that zest on there. You can throw flaky salt on there. You can throw.
Can you throw cranberries?
Dried cranberries. Yeah, you can.
Would you put them
dried
whole, or would
fruits.
you kind of chop them up
You
a bit
can
more?
leave them whole. You can chop them up, whatever you want.
Maybe I'll make this too. Maybe I'll make this too.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
And then you can either let it set at room temperature. It's going to take a little bit longer to fully set back in place, or pop it in the fridge. It's a lot quicker. Which we'll do. Absolutely have
Oh,
one
wow.
done.
Of course. Yes, we agree with you. We agree with you.
So, and yeah,
Okay.
do the bigger batch.
Understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here we have
Yeah.
that bark, right? And again,
The camera's coming out
I'm
again.
gonna break off the corner here. But because that bark is already going to set because of the maple syrup, that dark chocolate is also going to help us to let it set as well. and then you can break it up into chunks. Just put it on like a nice little plate. Bring it over like this, super festive, but that crunch, that little bit of sweetness, that orange zest on there. But then, like you mentioned, healthy fats, protein.
Truly a no guilt protein.
And enjoy it.
And again, like if you have a small appetite, it's such a great snack to have. And sometimes you're overwhelmed by big portions.
I would bring this with me.
But you're overwhelmed by big portions. That didn't fit with what I was saying. Then you can have small amounts.
You can have
that was the Jeremy portion.
That was my.
And that's the small portion.
Yeah, that's it. So, and again, you can have fun with it. If you want to bring the whole thing over in one piece, like this,
which he wants to do,
which I want to, and then like smash it up there, you can do that too. Have fun with it.
It's also something fun to do with children, right? So if you want to bring them into the mix, it's an easy thing for them.
Or
to
adult
do.
children.
Adult children.
Yeah. I would love to do this. Keep me at the kids'
How about
table.
smashing? This is a new thing about smashing. Smash and grab dessert.
That is our final recipe, our festive
Seed bark.
Seed bark. Awesome. And thank you, everyone, for joining us today.
Any questions?
Just more
More
claps.
claps. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone, here for joining us. This has probably been our most attended class of the year.
Yes.
So
So
much special.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. And everyone watching virtually, thanks for tuning in. Just a couple housekeeping things before we wrap. If you're watching online, the recipes will be posted on the website, ELLICSRkitchen.ca, within the next couple of days or so. If you're here in person, you have the recipes in front of you. You also get to try the recipes today. We will be back in January.
The 15th. The 15th. So.
Third Thursday, and a reminder, yes, we're here every third Thursday, Danielle and myself from 12 to 1. You can tune in online or come in person. No registration required. You can bring anyone you want. And happy Hanukkah.
Happy holidays.
If you celebrate Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the
Happy New
holidays.
Year.
Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2026.